Welcome to this presentation of UPSL soccer action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome once again to UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. It is UPSL Georgia Premier Division Tonight, week number 6, North Georgia United taking on Georgia Revolution. Larry Weaver bringing you all the action here on ASMG TV. You look at the leaderboard as it stands right now. Second seed, North Georgia United, 12 points, tied with North Kalanji Pro Profile, taking on number 8, Georgia Revolution, currently sitting on 5 points. Take a look at how we got here last week. You see that in week number 6, kind of a small week. It was considered a short week. Excuse me, let's bring up week 5. You see that Dalton United defeated Georgia Revolution 3-2 Sunday. Potros, Albion SC was a 2-2 draw. UMAFC Fountain City was a 1-1 draw. North Georgia United with a significant win over FC Columbus Elite, and FC Birmingham falling to Kalanji Pro Profile. Now, got a little ahead of myself. Week 6, that's where we're at right now. Currently down in Birmingham, they are taking on Fountain City FC. We'll see if we can get you a score for that as it's going on. Also, just kicked off a little bit ago over at Dalton High School. Dalton United's taking on Pachuca, Georgia. We'll see if we can get you some data on that as well. About to kick off here, North Georgia United and Georgia Revolution. Tomorrow, we have 3 matches. UMAFC taking on Lamino, Georgia. We will bring you the doubleheader of SSL FC taking on Potros FC and Kalanji Pro Profile taking on Albion SC Atlanta. That gets you all caught up on what we're going to do. North Georgia United, they're going to be in the pink kits. They're going to be moving from right to left. Georgia Revolution, they're going to be in the navy blue kits. They're going to be moving from left to right. A couple items for you to keep an eye on. Look at number 17, Joseph Gilbert for Georgia Revolution. He's making his debut tonight, so that's going to be interesting to see. Some of the items for North Georgia United, you look at the Golden Boot race. We have 2 players from North Georgia United, Emmanuel Lom and Ronald Maradiaga, tied in that first place with Jip Van de Essen for 7 goals. So keep an eye on those 2 players to see if they can continue their scoring ways. About to kick off here at Riverbend Park. There's the whistle, and we're off. North Georgia United sees that ball controlled. A lot of North Georgia United players that are interesting to keep an eye on. Number 8, Frank Herrera, coming over from Dalton United, taking on the Coach K's responsibilities here at North Georgia United. We'll see if he can continue his veteran ways. Grab there by Ward. Another interesting person to keep an eye on for North Georgia United. Number 21, Max Clare. Used to be the Atlanta Rovers captain and center back. Came up here to the North Georgia team as well. And they've really made a change since taking on the responsibilities that they have been given by Coach K. Coach K has really gotten this team off in the right way, both last season when he came in and this season already with that undefeated streak so far. Moving around the back is North Georgia United, looking for a path forward, decides to come up through the gears. A little bit of a tug back there from Gilbert, that newly debuted player. Got a little too excited there, got the foul. This one is going to be about 45 yards out. So more than likely just going to get this back underway, Maradiaga. Between Maradiaga and Lopez, trying to decide who's going to take it. I would say it's probably Maradiaga. Lopez goes ahead and takes this, moves it forward. Loses the ball up there on top, does Herrera, cleared away. But it will be a throw for North Georgia United. Absolutely perfect day tonight here at Riverbend Park. It was a scorcher this morning, almost 90 degrees this afternoon. The wind has definitely assisted through today's festivities. I wouldn't be surprised if we might have a hydration break. Referees did not state if they would or not before the match, but we will see, as we are on turf, so expect that turf to be about 10 plus degrees more than what the ambient temperature is. Here comes Georgia Revolution, cut off there by Lopez. He's going to send that one forward. A little bit of a deflection allows Corona to see that ball into the possession of Revolution. Now they're trying to work down this near line, got the ball forward, just got a step in front was Green. Got it back to Mendiola. Mendiola was able to clear it out with the help of Lemus. Green gave it back to Claire. Gave it back to Green. Lemus now working that line. It's that gold line is the touch line here at Riverbend Park. A little bit easier to see than some other locations, but it's a very, very tight field. Not a lot of space. Good ball forward. Good tackle there by the Revs. Moving forward is Deduck. He's going to lay it off, and they're going to go back to the defense. Surveying the field, looking for a path to go. North Georgia back underway. Good ball working down the near channel. One times it. Switch. What a good switch. That was a great one-time switch. Herrera into the box, bouncing around, cleared away by the Revs. 5 minutes into this match, still 0-0 between North Georgia United and Georgia Revolution. Week 6 of the UPSL Georgia Premier Division action for the spring season. 16 weeks total for this spring season. So far, Georgia Revolution, they played 4 matches, 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 draws. North Georgia United, four matches, 4 wins. That last win, like I said, coming against FC Columbus Elite, 7-2. Georgia Revolution losing to Dalton United 3-2 last week at Dalton High School. But good win over UMAFC 4-2, and the 2 draws with Potros and with Pachuca, 2-2 and 0-0 respectively. That one goes out. Will be a Georgia Revolution throw. Couldn't control that ball was number 13, Corona, and it rolled all the way out for a throw. Great work by the defense of North Georgia United, and a even superb tackle there from number 9, Saucedo, on that defense. Back heel there for North Georgia, gives that chance for Corona into the box. Grab there by Mendiola. Great work. North Georgia United with possession. DeSanto, he's going to switch play. Lopez now. He's moving forward, takes a shot. That one's going to stride across and out for a goal kick. Getting a brand new Voigt ball over there for Georgia Revolution to get us kicked underway. Voigt, the match ball partner of the UPSL. Back to Ward. Ward was very much under pressure, was able to get that ball just out in time. Corona looking for that path forward, not going to get there. Defense of Lopez coming back and controlling that ball for North Georgia United. Corona, though, he's going to see that ball into his possession instead of Lom. Gilbert goes over to the far side. Dixon gives it back to Gilbert. Now back over here to Corona. Schneider. That one rolls all the way through. No foul. Cleared away by North Georgia United. Stood up Maradiaga, but a foul committed on him. Going to go back to that player that is down. That's number 19, Dixon. He went down in that challenge. Looks like he's okay. Does have a little bit of a limp, just probably just a clattering of the boots. Dixon again going down. That was a little bit dramatic going down, but the yellow card is going to be issued. It's going to be issued to number 17, Lopez. 13 minutes into the match, very first yellow card of the match goes to number 17 of North Georgia United, Lopez. Keep an eye on that. Just a little too far for Lom, Emmanuel Lom. Just not able to keep up with that one. Good movement by North Georgia United, working through, getting it over here on the near side to Lemus. Lemus lays it off. Going to go all the way back to the defense of DeSanto. He's going to try to switch play over to Herrera. That ball's just sent way too far, and it's going to go out for a throw.
You can go higher. You can go higher in the same line as Qatar here. Move it higher. Join. Martin, join. Ownership again. Tomas, lock on one of the center mids. Lock on, lock on, lock on. Tomas coming.
North Georgia United working over there, back to Lopez, who's on that yellow card. He's going to lift the ball forward. Good ball forward to Lom. He's able to track it down, keeps it in. Working on that far line. It's going to knock out, and it is going to be a goal kick. Lom just wasn't able to control that ball as he got there on that corner. You can see it's very, very tight spaces over here on the near line. Get us back underway is Georgia Revolution's defense. See Coach Morrison right there just directing traffic. Ward thinks about going short, elects to come over here to Corona. He's going to lay it off. Sent forward. Good ball forward. Gilbert goes down, gets the foul just outside center circle. Wanted to take it quickly. Evans just stepping in front of the ball, wouldn't let it be taken quickly. Here we go. Corona now. Thought about going forward, lays it back to the defense. Kittleman. That pass is cut off by DeSanto. His pass, not the best, allows Gilbert to win it back for Revolution. Couple scissors, lays it off to Corona. Tried to give and go there with Schneider, but that second pass to Schneider was just significantly off. Glom, he just gets deflected right off at the duck, but is going to earn a foul there since it did, I believe they called it a handball. DeSanto now. He comes through midline. Lifts it forward, trying to give something as a runner for Lemos, but that's just too far. It's going to roll out, be a throw deep in the Revs' third, right about at the edge of our viewing angle here at Riverbend Park. Headed forward, but it's going to get into the possession of North Georgia United, but that pass cut off by the Revs. Good call on that pass for the Revs to cut that off. Now they're on the attack. Turns. Gets deflected, out for a throw. Both teams back and forth, 19 minutes in, 0-0, North Georgia United and Georgia Revolution here in the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. Week 6. Riverbend Park in Dalton, Georgia is where we find this action for tonight. Back underway. Georgia Revolution. Gilbert. Roar lays it over to Corona. Going back to Roar. Tried to tackle it away. Didn't get it the first time, but got it the second time. Revs get it back. They take a shot on goal from Deduct, number 8, but that just rolls easily into the possession of Mendiola. Mendiola gets us back underway over to Green. He looks forward, gives it to DeSanto. Got to go back to Max Clare. Max Clare, just a wonderful player to watch in that center back role. Was with the Rovers, now over here with North Georgia United. Lom lays it off. DeSanto to Evans. Evans is going to go forward. Maradiaga lays it off. That one is going to roll out and will be a goal kick. Back to the defense. Center backs are mostly in charge of goal kicks for Georgia Revolution tonight. Sent long by Ward, but controlled by Georgia Revolution for a second. Lose it in center circle. Good ball forward, but a little too much on it. He knew as soon as he released that ball that it was too much. Did Deduct. Lopez. Lopez sends a nice ball forward, but easily pushed away. Out for a throw for North Georgia. That ball just not being controlled completely by Roar. He releases it. Green is there to control it for North Georgia. Back from Huberty to Claire, and Claire's going to go back to Mendiola. Switch it over to Lopez. Lopez and DeSanto share some passes. Lopez switches it over here to Green. Green works the near line. Just doesn't have the communication there between the North Georgia players. They've been doing really well. Like I said, this so far undefeated. 4 matches here in the UPSL spring season. The fall season, they got a reprieve, had been relegated from the spring season of 24 to Division I. They got to stay in Premier Division in the fall season due to a realignment in the Premier Division. They brought in Jonathan Torres, the owner of North Georgia United, brought in Coach K, And Coach K has just got this team moving on all cylinders. Made it into the playoffs last season, and they are on a path towards it as well. Emmanuel Lum tried to one-time it, just didn't get that one right. He was trying to hit it with the outside of the boot. It was more inside, and that one gets shanked off and out for a goal kick. Tried to head that one forward was the Georgia Revolution man, and he headed it right out. It'll be a throw for North Georgia. North Georgia United team in the fall season, they made it, and there's a foul for them. In the fall season, they made it all the way in the playoffs to the finals, losing to Kalanji Pro Profile, the team that they share the top spot with right now. Both teams undefeated. Both teams are really setting the standard here in the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division. This is going to be a really, really good opportunity for Emmanuel Lom or Ronald Maradiaga, both standing over the ball. It's only about 30 yards out. It's almost dead central to the field. Lom's going to take it. Good ball up and down. And just like that, Emmanuel Lom puts it in the back of the net, and he takes over the top goals. That is amazing free kick there. Take another look at this ball. He lines this up, and it goes up and over the wall into the side netting. Wow, what a goal. Nothing that Ward can do. Ward was in the right place. 1-0, North Georgia United. Ward was even surprised when he turned around and saw that that ball was in the back of the net, because that was just hit with venom into that side netting. Trying to get right back into it is North Georgia United. Gilbert ripped that ball, but right into Mendiola. That was just sensational, and it was just almost like most of the people on the field, even I a little bit, we didn't even really notice that that ball went into the back of the net until Ward turned around. We almost thought that he had cleared it out. That was sensational. That makes 8 goals for Emmanuel Lom. 27th minute. Here's an opportunity for Georgia Revolution. That one's deflected off of the North Georgia United man. They still have possession. Dixon gets around the man, takes a shot, and it's over the bar. Dixon was always going to the ground as he was taking that shot, as he had lost his footing. You see on the replay, you can see that as he goes for this ball, as he wins it off of Herrera, he goes to turn. He's sliding as he goes down. That ball just sails over the bar and out for a goal kick. Lopez, he'll move forward. Sends it long. Lom almost gets there, but Ward sends it away. Return to sender. Lamus now. Good cut over to Lom in the corner. Lom receives it, deflected off. Will be the first corner of the match for North Georgia United. And the first corner of the match period here in the 29th minute. In swinger all the way through, out for a goal kick. That one just hit with a little too much, and that one sees itself out.
Push JR back. Pull JR back. Pull JR all the way back in. Pull JR. Pull him. Tell him. JR too high. JR too high.
Yeah, there was almost no. Oh, here's an opportunity shot. Great save by Mendiola. He had to because Schneider was right there. And that one is going to find its way through. Look at this opportunity for Schneider to get back into it for Georgia Revolution. This one kind of coming out of nowhere as well. Good ball forward from Saucedo, and he rips it with his left and just goes and deflects it with the body, does Mendiola. And that goal was, it pretty much, that goal that Lom had, it pretty much fooled the entire park here at Riverbend Park. Almost everybody, all the players and the fans, that was crazy. Even Lom wasn't sure there before he celebrated. So that was interesting. First goal, 27. Oh, and right there, a mistake by the Revolution defense, and Lom pounces for his second. What a brace. Coach Morrison absolutely beside himself. Look at this here. The ball coming back. Herrera sends it in. It bounces through. He tries to hit it back to Ward, and he just one-times it off of the header back from number 13, Corona, and it's right into the back of the net, and it's 2-0, a brace. Four minutes from his first goal, he gets another and extends that golden boot race. Emmanuel Lom, amazing goal, 2-0. And that one was another one of those that just kind of came out of nowhere, as Saucedo was just trying to simply head it back to Ward, and Ward was a little bit slow in responding to that header, and just ripe for the picking was Lom, and he just put it right past him into the back of the net. Coach K wanting a foul off of Schneider, as Schneider was all over number 22, Evans. He was just all over him, and no foul given, and Coach K was beside himself there for a minute. Here's an opportunity for Revs, right into Mendiola. Coach K still pleading his case to the fourth official. Herrera lays it off. Lopez. DeSanto. Claire over to Green. Green looking for somewhere to go. Has a lot of space to move forward. Lom comes back to receive it, give it to DeSanto. Herrera now over on the far side. This is covering North Georgia United for many seasons. This is just silky smooth, beautiful play from North Georgia United tonight. They have looked so good. It's been just a complete 180 in the performance since Coach K has taken over. Georgia Revolution, they've been at the top of the table since coming into the Georgia Conference. Not where they want to be right now, sitting right about 5th. They're used to scoring goals. Didn't have a fall season that they were happy with. They made it into the playoffs last season in the fall season. Were knocked out in the first round by Potros 2-1. I'm sure this season they want to see a little bit farther in that playoffs. Maybe even have a chance to make it into the national tournament. You win the Georgia Conference playoffs, you'll move into the national playoffs. Kalanji Profile got to do that last season. Lost to what would end up being the national champion, Soda City FC. The first team to ever win the national championship 2 seasons in a row. They owned the 2024 season. They were able to participate in the Open Cup. They lost to Carolina Core, who just got knocked out this week. Be a throw for Georgia Revolution here in the 36th minute. 2-0 is our score between North Georgia United and Georgia Revolution. Both of those goals coming from Emmanuel Lom. 27th minute, 31st minute. Only 1 yellow card issued so far. That was in the 13th minute to Lopez, number 17 for North Georgia United. Lopez receives that from Green. He's going to give it back to him as North Georgia just enjoying some possession right now late in this first half. Emmanuel Lom. Go back to Mendiola. Georgia Revolution control it. Hugh Gilbert loses it, but still have control of it for a moment before Lemus took it away from him. Now Evans is going to work down through center circle over to Herrera on the far side. Herrera lays it off to give and go, trying to go to Maradiaga. Trying to win it back was Maradiaga off of Scarrett. That one's going to get knocked out, will be a goal kick. If Emmanuel Lom has got 2 goals on the night, expect Ronald Maradiaga wanting the same, as those two came into this match both on 7 goals, tied with Jip Van de Essen from Dalton United. We'll see how many goals, if any, Jip has received, converted over there at Dalton High School. That match kicked off at 6 o'clock. Deflected straight up into the air. Emmanuel Lom. Lemus. Back to Evans. Evans will go back to Claire. Very controlled passing here by North Georgia United. Showing why they are at the top of the table right now with this possession right now here in the 39th minute. Ball forward to Lum. He gets there. Ward has to come out and grab that ball. Ward, if he wasn't there just that split second before of Lum, that could have been his third goal of the night for the hat trick, because that ball was sent on a platter to Emmanuel Lum. Ward laid that off to deduct. He comes through center circle. Good ball forward. Mendiola comes out and grabs it. Lopez shielding Dixon off. Dixon's going to get a little bit of a word for a little bit of the push in the back off of Lopez. Herrera was finding space there, not able to get that ball with enough time to Maradiaga. Offsides was called. Lemus trying to put the pressure on. Good little touchback there from Schneider, but Gilbert not able to control it. Gonna go back to Mendiola. 5 minutes left in regular time. We'll see how much stoppage time we receive. Rohr gives it to Gilbert. Gilbert comes over here on the near line. That pass just not able to get it right. Schneider was trying to get it through to the on-running Dixon. That ball straight up into the air. Going to get called for the hand foul. Kind of shoving Maradiaga off of the ball. Dixon has got to be careful. That was deduct. Say. Already one card issued tonight. I don't expect that will be the last. Switch and play over here to the near side with Green. Claire and Green share passes. Give it to Lom. Lamus controls it. Good ball forward. Over here to Lom. And Lom was wanting to one-time that back into the box and just got that all wrong. Lom always trying to be creative. That time, his creativity let him down, as his body was not where it needed to be to send that ball into the box. Controlled by Schneider to Gilbert. Gilbert's just able to keep it in. Claire holding off the challenge. Green holding off Schneider, wanting a foul, not going to get it. Schneider. North Georgia United not happy with the AR on this near line, feeling like some of these fouls are not going their way. Straight up into the air again. Settled down there by Green. As we have greens on both sides of the ball. We haven't really called Georgia Revolution's green. That ball's out for throw. Lewis Green is Georgia Revolution's. Whereas you have Contar Green for North Georgia United. Shot taken, deflected by Mendiola. Good job to just pounce, just kind of push that one out. He'll allow Roar to come up to take this throw. He's going to try a long throw here. Able to clear it is North Georgia. Shot. That one not on frame from the Duck. Goes out for a goal kick. Rolling into the end of regular time. We're going into stoppage time. We'll see how many extra minutes of stoppage time we get. Didn't have a hydration break as the sun has began to set here in Georgia. Cut off by Corona for the Revs. Schneider. He switches play, but that one was just hit with too much force, and that one is just laced out to a throw for North Georgia United. Two minutes of stoppage time is what we get from the fourth official. That seems absolutely fair. Maradiaga's just tripped up there, and a yellow card. Yes, a yellow card is going to be issued there. That yellow card's going to be issued to Green for Georgia Revolution, because you can see here, this is a great ball forward to Maradiaga. He receives it, and just that little bit of a skip step from Green allows that clipping of the feet there for Mendiola there. So in the third minute, or I'm sorry, in the 47th minute, it's going to be a yellow card for number 3, Green. Shot taken, grab by Ward. That was a good job there by the keeper. That was a really, really good job by the keeper as he really got high into the air, grabbed that ball. Cleared away. Maradiaga lays it off. Herrera, Evans, deflected. Evans wanting a handball in the box. What a sequence of event there for North Georgia United. You take a look here. Bouncing around, Maradiaga lays it off to Lom. Lom lays it off to Herrera, over to Evans. Evans, and you can see it does hit it right in the upper armpit area. That's going to end the first half. It ends North Georgia United 2, Georgia Revolution 0. That was a fantastic way to end the first half. It has really been exciting here at Riverbend Park. Give us a chance to step away for a few minutes. Go ahead and get yourselves a snack and get ready to go for the second half here at Riverbend Park. It's North Georgia United 2, Georgia Revolution 0. Welcome back to Riverbend Park. We come into halftime. North Georgia United 2, Georgia Revolution 0. Two fantastic goals from Emmanuel Lom, number 7, in the 27th minute and in the 31st minute. You saw the highlights at halftime. Take a look at some of the games around the league here for week number 6. Still trying to get a verification on that FC Birmingham Fountain City match. Dalton United were able to defeat Pachuca, Georgia 3-2. This match is still currently 2-0. Tomorrow we have 3 matches. UMAFC is taking on Lamino, Georgia at 4 o'clock. We will bring you the doubleheader of SSL FC taking on Potros FC at 5, and Kalanji Pro Profile taking on Albion SC Atlanta at 7:30 over at Shiloh Stadium in Snellville, Georgia. Here at Riverbend Park, we're just about ready to get kicked off for the second half. North Georgia United really coming into their own in that second half, or in that first half late as it went along. Yellow cards issued in the 13th minute to number 17 Lopez, of North Georgia United, and then in the 47th minute to green, number 3 for Georgia Revolution. Underway here at Riverbend Park for the second 45. Thank you for joining us here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see all of our future content, including podcast interviews, highlights, all that good stuff. Shot taken right into the arms of Ward. That one taken from a long ways out from North Georgia United. Back underway, deflected, but in control. Roar lays it off. Herrera trying to get there. He's going to get caught for the foul on Gilbert. Green will get us back underway. Thought about it there for a second. Sends it the second time. Right in center circle. Kittleman sends it forward. Bouncing around and cleared away by North Georgia United. Very limited amount of corners for both teams. Ooh, that's a great work by Maradiaga here on the near line. Lays it off. Able to get there was Lamus. Really had to work hard from that pass. It wasn't the best pass from Maradiaga, but he was able to control it. Lays it off to Lopez. He switches it over, but that ball just a little too hard. Sees it out, be a throw. Back underway. Good ball forward for the Revs. But right there into Mendiola's arms. Good work by North Georgia United. That was the first real good attempt by Georgia Revolution in some time. United coming all the way over here to Lopez. Herrera, Maradiaga, all the way back. That one lifted forward, but it's going to be cut off. Offsides anyways, it wouldn't have mattered. The duck goes through center circle, lays it forward. Trying to get it into the box, going to roll out. Be a goal kick. Mendiola about to get us underway. 51 minutes. North Georgia United 2. Georgia Revolution 0. Herrera gets it back for United. Going to work that far side. That one's going to get knocked out. And it will be a throw for the Revs, taking it quickly. Revs need to get back into this match quickly. Good ball forward. Dixon able to control it. Trying to switch play. He's able to run it down, control it. Into the box, bouncing through. Just able to get a nick on it and clear it out is Lopez. Back underway. And offsides there. Good offside trap there from United. Neither team with a substitution so far in this match. 53rd minute we enter. Remember, here in the UPSL, each team can make up to 7 substitutions. We have a player that's down for North Georgia United. And just like that, bit of that commentator's curse. North Georgia player coming off injured. I think that's Huberty. Looks like his right knee. Coach K having him stay on the field long enough to get the substitution ready so that they don't go down a man. Going to be replaced by number 2, Valencia. And there's going to be a substitution coming on for the Revs as well. And it looks like another one coming on for North Georgia as well. It's going to be end of the day for Gilbert. The debutant had a good 54 minutes. So it's going to be Valencia that will replace Huberty for North Georgia. Robinson coming on for Gilbert for the Revs. Scarrett trying to get involved in the action as he's been a little scarce lately. Lopez. Receive that throw in back. See, Huberty is getting treatment for that right knee right there on the sideline, right in front of us, as it is, like I said, a very, very tight pitch here at Riverbend Park. Straight up into the air by Green. It gives a chance for Valencia. Knocked out will be a throw. Valencia will take it. Gives it to Herrera. That one sent deep out of the space of Georgia Revolution. Robinson lays it off. That ball just not able to stay on the pitch right now. It's just wants to stay in the air. Herrera loses it. The Duck tries to pass forward. It gets cut off. That one ends up in the seats. It'll be a North Georgia United throw once we find another Voigt ball. Remember, Voigt is the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL. Garrett working that near line. The Duck now switches play. Gets the on runner. The Revs looking dangerous. Across into the, and that one just not able to get that pass. That pass couldn't get to Roar. And it rolled out for a goal kick. That was another really, really good opportunity from the Revs. Roar wins that back. Loses it to Herrera. Here's a perfect ball from Herrera. Lom. What a save by the keeper, Ward. He had to get that one because Lom wanted his hat trick. Take a look at the replay in just a moment as they gear up for this corner. Not that many corners at all, taken very quickly. Laid off. Herrera. Maradiaga wasn't ready for that. Valencia gets it back for United. Maradiaga, he's pushed down by Scarrett, and Scarrett is going to earn a yellow card for his troubles. 59th minute. No, I'm sorry, that's Dixon that received that yellow card. Dixon in the 59th minute is going to earn that yellow card. Lopez and Maradiaga over the ball. Opposite sides. Two-man wall. Lopez decides to lay off. Maradiaga takes a rip at it. Sends that one just a little too far. Take a look at that save again from Ward, as this is a great ball from Herrera. Kittleman couldn't get there, and that is just a sensational save by Ward. Kittleman tried to catch it with an outswinging foot as it was going past him. North Georgia down right at center circle, and another yellow. This one I believe is going to go Let's see. I think it was Roar that's going to get this one. Let's see as it goes down, and yeah, it'll be Roar that's going to get this one. So 61st minute, that one will go to Roar. So 2 quick yellow cards for Georgia Revolution. Trainer coming out, but Lom shakes him off. This ball is going to be right at the edge of center circle. United will probably just get us back underway. Lift the ball forward. Cleared out by the Rebs, but still in possession of United. And that one, just a nasty little challenge. Immediate yellow card. Almost more of an American football / rugby takedown there from Kittleman. You see here, as this ball's coming in, and he sticks his leg out and just takes down the North Georgia man. I believe that is Frank Herrera who's down. So in the 62nd minute, it's now going to be Kittleman who's received a yellow card. So we quickly have gotten 3 yellow cards in about 3 minutes. Trainer getting his work this evening. Nwokocha and Asea are ready to go for the Revs. See if North Georgia brings on a sub as well. Indeed, that is Frank Herrera who is on the turf. Looks to be okay. Gonna try to walk that off. He'll have to come off the pitch since the trainer came on. Green talking to Coach K there. Getting some instruction. That one hit the side netting, out for a goal kick. Here comes the substitutions for the Revs. It will be Asea and Nwokocha. See who they are going to be replacing. Be the end of the day for Dixon, who is on a yellow, so that's a fair decision, and also number 8, the Duck, who is coming off. "65 minutes have gone. North Georgia United with a 2-0 lead over Georgia Revolution here in Week 6 of the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division spring season. North Georgia United, 4 matches in the season so far, 4 wins, tied with Kalanji Pro Profile with 12 points. This win will keep the pressure on North with Kalanji Pro Profile against North Georgia United. Can confirm that win for Dalton United tonight, the 3 goals, neither of those 3 goals was scored by Jip Van de Essen, so that is going to allow Emmanuel Lam to take the top spot in the Golden Boot race as of tonight, unless his compatriot Ronald Maradiaga can score 2 goals. Nwakocha, not able to earn a corner, is going to get a goal kick for North Georgia United. Ward out of the back to Roar. Loses it. That'll get knocked out to be a Georgia Revolution throw. Final score for that FC Birmingham Fountain City FC match. It ended a 1-1 draw. It's a fair result for both teams as they are still looking to establish themselves here in this spring campaign. Not able to control that ball, loses it, trying to win it back. Schneider just kind of overran that ball. Be a throw for North Georgia, taken quickly. Maradiaga trying to give it to the on-running Emmanuel Lam, but not able to get it to him. Trying to confirm that FC Birmingham and Fountain City FC score. That's what we got through the news wire. We'll get a confirmation. Scarrett gives it to Asea. He lays it off. Robinson thought about it. Allowed Herrera to close the space and really put the pressure on him. Roar still able to control it. Corona into the box, saved by Mendiola. Robinson, oh, didn't get that one. Mendiola tried, but Robinson puts that in the back of the net. It heads right back to center circle. Business as usual for the big man. You see here on this goal, Robinson receives first save. It rolls to Robinson, and he rips it with the left, and it goes right through Mendiola's hands. 2-1. Now it's going to be interesting. Robinson scoring here in the 69th minute. That was a pretty ball in from Robinson. Mendiola was right there, and it went right through his hands. $20 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Can the Rebs get another? Equalize Here at Riverbend Park, here's an idea for Isaiah. He lays it off right into Mendiola. That was a good ball. It really changed the complexity of this game after Nwakocha and Isaiah come in, gives an opportunity. Robinson came in just a few minutes before them. Really changed the dynamic of this attack for Georgia Revolution. Knocked out, North Georgia United throw. Quickly taken. Coach K from North Georgia United looking at his bench, working on possibilities of substitutions for them as well. Like I was saying earlier, if this is your first time to UPSL action, up to 7 substitutions per match each team can make. Roar go back to Ward. Keeper surveys. Elects to go over to the far side, center back. Sent long. Herrera. That one's cut off. Not the best pass, and here's it over to Isaiah. He's got space. Lays it off. Oh, and that one just some really, really good opportunity from Georgia Revolution. Take a look at this replay. Cuts off that pass there, immediately on the attack. Isaiah receives it, sees the on-runner, tries to give it to him, and just not able to get it. It was Nwakocha who received that ball, tried to give it to Isaiah, but Isaiah was just a few steps behind him. Scarrett's now involved. Gives it to Nwakocha. And Lopez able to slide that out. Good tackle. Wins the ball for United. Starting to really pick up here as we enter the 73rd minute. Lopez with the throw, cut off by Green. The captain gets it to Robinson. He gets it over to Isaiah, lays it off. Shot taken! Mendiola with the acrobatics, but not on frame. See Robinson holding off that challenge. Isaiah lays it off, hit with the left, and man, that one would have been a top bin goal if that one was on frame, because that one was nothing that Mendiola could do. Scarrett wanting that to be a Rev throw, but it's going to be a United throw. Herrera probably got an extra 15 yards with that throw in. Maradiaga earns a foul. Quickly taken by Herrera. Evans gives it back to Maradiaga and to Herrera. Thought about going long and switching it. Now he does. Cleared away, interestingly, by the Revs. Isaiah didn't get that pass right, allowed the United to get it back. Lopez lifts it forward, bouncing around, and cleared by the Revs. This ball seems to be filled with helium tonight, as it has spent a lot of time in the air. Claire's going to send it over to the far side. He'll receive it back. Being pressured by Isaiah. Going to go back to Mendiola. Finally, Mendiola sends it long. Controlled by United. Held off of the ball there. Good shielding by the Rebs man. Is confirmed that it is a 1-1 final between FC Birmingham and Fountain City FC. Here's an opportunity! And that one just not hit correctly by Nokocha. Hear the substitution board as they're getting ready for the next subs for the match. This is a good ball from Roar over to Quocha. He tried to one-time it. Didn't get that angle right. Substitution for North Georgia United. It'll be number 3, Engel, coming on. We'll see who he's coming on for. Trying to see who is down in the box for. It's Lopez who's down. Cramp. And North Georgia United's trainer getting the steps in. He's actually going to be replacing Lamus. Number 4 is Engel. That'll be a like-for-like substitution. Looks like it could be just a little bit of an uncomfortable night for Lopez. He was the first one that got us on the board of yellow cards. He got a yellow card in the 13th minute. Only yellow card issued to North Georgia United so far. 4 issued to Georgia Revolution. 3 of those cards came in about 3 minutes of each other. 59th, 61st, and 62nd minute. Mendiola get us back underway. Evans tried a little bit of a fancy trick there. Didn't work, but still have possession. Claire now. Lopez still in. Claire. One-timed forward. Able to get it to Maradiaga. He laid it off. Lom over to Herrera. Not able to get past Scarrett. Scarrett doing great work there for the Revs. Survey in the field is Kittleman. Cut off by United, but still able to clear it is the Revs. Good touch by Robinson. The big man with the touch. Battling in those tight spaces between both sides. The Revs come away with it for a moment. Now Herrera is going to release it to Maradiaga. Maradiaga makes the turn. And closed down and cleared out by Noel Kocha. Good work by the Revs man. Be a throw for United. Evans gives it off. Let Lopez take this. Thought about going back to the defense. Elects to go forward. That one basically just kind of thrown forward to no one. but Herrera is going to cut that off. Lopez elects to not get too far into that with Scarrett. Scarrett wanted a foul, doesn't get it. Revs still have it. Going to send it long. Nwakocha is going to turn on the afterburners. And that ball goes out. Be a goal kick. Or no, it'll be a throw. Center official said no, that is a throw. 81st minute, North Georgia United 2, Georgia Revolution 1 here on ASMG TV. UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division foul on Evans. Center coming over to have a conversation with Green, the captain for the Revs. Green not happy with the decision. Lopez told to get underway. Center official is going to come over and have a conversation with Coach K for North Georgia United, making sure that he understands what's going on. Coach K also seems somewhat satisfied. Lopez gets us back underway here as we enter the 83rd minute. That was a good header forward from Green. Revs going through the gears of Schneider. He's in the box, he's down. No foul, but he gets right back on it. Oh, what a ball to Maradiaga. He is on. And that is a perfect challenge from Kittleman. And foul called on Maradiaga. Kittleman doing fantastic work as the defensive man. Maradiaga had space. Another sub gearing up here at Riverbend Park. Back underway. Rebs with another sub ready to go. Foul committed on the United man. Sub is going to be allowed. It's going to be the end of the day Kittleman. He had just a sensational challenge just a second ago on Maradiaga. Arnett's going to come in. We'll let him get his flowers on this challenge. Look at that, just takes it right off of Maradiaga. He lets that ball get a little too far away from him. Kittleman had a sensational night. Put in a good 85 minutes. He was on a yellow card, so that's probably tactical than anything. Evans. Herrera. Trying to stand him up. Good work there by the captain. Green. Great work. The defense of the Rebs coming in spades right now. They had to get it right, and they've been doing a sensational job these last few minutes. North Georgia looking to put this game away. Evans across. And there it is! Oh, Lom, he had the hat trick. All he had to do was put that on frame. He had Ward off his line. Green. He's going to send it long. Wakocha, good touch. That one deflects off of Lopez, but it's still in Scarrett's possession. Wakocha. Back to Scarrett. It's going to get cleared away by Lopez, but it goes over to the far side. They are just clattering at each other with no remorse right now. No fouls given. "86 minutes. Mendiola gets there. Trying to see who that is that's down for United. I think that's Green. Again, between a cramp and, yeah, it's definitely a cramp. You can see that instant grimace as that calf starts to get worked. Like you said, the temperatures have been excruciatingly warm the last 2 days. You look at where we're at right now. We're currently sitting at 82 degrees. We were almost at 90 today. There's a substitution for the Revs. Burton coming on. Feels like 86. Remember, add in a few more degrees for that turf here at Riverbend Park in Dalton. Larry, we were bringing you all the coverage here on ASMG TV. We went from winter to summer in a matter of a week here in the Atlanta area. The pollen has been just ridiculously high. And you can see there the call there from the player, the North Georgia United player, saying that for Green, his day should be done. And there is a substitution. That is Ramos, number 6, who's coming on. I'm sure he's going to be replacing Green. We're in the 89th minute. Expect some stoppage time, because we've had some delays in the last couple minutes because of all the cramping up. Hydration. It's the name of the game. Green came out. Ramos taking his spot. Lom and Maradiaga sharing passes. Offside. The North Georgia United striking pair. They were looking to put another one away and see this game off. But able to get him offsides was the Rev defense. Going down there. Just trying to decide there if the yellow card was going to be issued to Valencia, as the center was reaching to her side, but she was just putting down some of the old magic spray. 7 minutes of stoppage time we're going to get. Significant amount of stoppage time with all of the injuries and substitutions. Three-man wall. Robinson over the ball. Hits it with his left. And headed away. This is really the first corner of the match for the Revs.
Seven. How do you guys get 7? From what?
7 minutes.
From the subs and everything?
Coach K not happy with the 7 minutes of stoppage time. You can hear him off the field mic. Coach Morrison was more than happy with it. Here comes the in swinger. It bounces through and in! Exactly what the Revs needed to get back into this match. It's 2-2. Take a look of this in swinger. Right, Robinson's right on Mendiola. It bounces through. And it's 2-2. It's time for North Georgia United to turn on the afterburners if they want to keep the pace in this spring season. Sends a long ball out, but Ward's there to get it. Ward had a bit of a slow first half, letting those first 2 goals in the 27th and 31st minute from Lom, but has really come into the game and had some great saves in this second half. Good ball forward for North Georgia, cut off by Green. The captain doing a great defensive job there for the Revs. Nwakocha gives it to Robinson, trying to give it to Asaya. Cut off by United. Now they're looking to counter. Lom releases, but not in time. Ramos. Asaya. Sent over from Roar to Saucedo. Saucedo looking, surveying. Lays it off back to Roar. Roar, he comes forward, trying to get that ball to Nwakocha, but not able to get it there. Still able to keep the ball in and clears is United. Lom gives it to Herrera. Herrera's through center circle. He gives it back to Lom, but that ball's just a little too far in front of him, allows Arnett to get there. Roar comes over here to the near side. Asaya goes over to the far side. Tries to cut it through. Robinson's going to receive it. Scarrett gives it, and that pass is cut off. You can see a little bit of cramping from the Rev man, but here's an opportunity. Pulled down. That is going to have to be a card. Could this be? It's just going to be a yellow card because there were 2 men there, but that was such a great chance for Lom. You see this ball, it's coming forward. Maradiaga with the ball forward. Lom is there, and just a bit of a tug down from number 4, Arnett, and that allows for the stoppage in play and that yellow card coming in the 95th minute. Stops the chance of the attack. Lom getting up. Lom with the 2 goals for North Georgia United tonight. Arnett with the gentleman handshake there. Substitution coming up, Walker for for Georgia Revolution. A 4-man wall for the Revs. Maradiaga and Herrera over the ball. A yellow card being issued to one of the bench players for North Georgia United, as the stands are about right there with it, and it looks like it's Lom that is down. Yeah, Lom was looking at his foot when he went down. Hopefully he's not that injured, the Golden Boot leader right now. Also, Ortega is about to come on. I think Ortega will take Lom's position if he cannot continue. This 7 minutes of stoppage time is continuing. He's not happy with something. He's putting his boot back on. These boots get thinner and thinner as the generations are created. Now Lom should have to come out because the trainer came on the pitch. 22 immediately comes into the wall. Lom limping away. Lom should have to come out because the trainer came on the pitch. The center official, I think, is finally telling Lom that yes, he's got to come off. And he takes his boot off again. He is not happy. That challenge that Arnett did looks like it could have seriously injured him, and he is going to come off and be replaced by Ortega. Coach K is not happy. I don't know what happened to his left ankle, but he is not happy about something. Throws the boot in disgust. It's Maradiaga and Herrera over the ball. You could hear on the field mic, he said something about he could not move it, so we'll see what that means. It'll be Herrera. Over the wall, bounces, but bounces right into Ward's possession. Advantage being played. Cut off. Tackled. That'll be a foul. The United man's going to go down. Time is ticking away. We've gone through the 7 minutes, but we've had several minutes of injury and stoppage time. Trainer, up. He's up. They're saying simulation, but it's because you can see his forearm is bleeding. That's not simulation. That's blood. That's real stuff. Ball sent forward. Headed straight up by Green. Herrera has it. He releases it. Maradiaga holds off the first challenge. Ward is there. Ward really coming in clutch these last 30 minutes for the Revs. Maradiaga and Scarrett. Scarrett's got to get called for that because he just clatters the ankles of Maradiaga. That was a bad challenge by Scarrett because he doesn't even go for the ball here. He just hits Maradiaga. He pushes off of Maradiaga. Maradiaga goes down, gets back up, and he just hits him in the back of the Achilles, full force. Coach K is hot on the sidelines for North Georgia United. Scarrett in the 100th minute. We've had 10 minutes of stoppage time. We had a required 7. You can see Coach K's frustration there. DeSanto. Coach K's frustration with the players, wanting them in position. Here comes DeSanto. That wasn't a good ball, and that is going to do it. He gets the draw. Wasn't exactly what Coach K wanted, but he'll take the draw. We end here at Riverbend Park 2-2 between North Georgia United and Georgia Revolution. Was starting to get heated there at the end between both parties. We'll have to see Emmanuel Lam's injury and see if the Golden Boot leader is okay as we move on in this spring season. This will slow North Georgia United's campaign, as this will be the first draw for them. They were 4 wins after 4 matches. Week 6, FC Birmingham, Fountain City in 1-1. Dalton United with the 3-2 lead over Pachuca. Good win for Dalton. North Georgia United, Georgia Revolution 2-2. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, UMAFC taking on Lamino, Georgia. SSL FC, Potros FC at 5. Kalanchi Pro Profile, Albion SC Atlanta 7:30. ASMG TV will bring you that doubleheader. Look forward to next week for these two teams. FC Columbus Elite taking on FC Birmingham at 3. Fountain City taking on SSL at 7. Georgia Revolution at home to Kalanchi Pro Profile. That is going to be a huge match next week. Lamino, Georgia and North Georgia United at 7 o'clock over at Meadow Creek. That's also going to be a massive match. Sunday, 2 o'clock, Potros and Dalton. 5 o'clock, Pachuca against UMA. And we end next weekend, Albion SC Atlanta taking on Georgia Athletic. That's going to be it. Everything here at Riverbend Park. Larry Weaver here, Andre Bomar on the camera. Thank you so much for watching ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all of our content throughout the week. We'll see you tomorrow over at Shiloh Stadium at 5 o'clock, kicking off with SSL. Until then, we'll see you next time here on ASMG TV.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.